Okay, hi everybody. I'm the chair of the Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, and Belonging Committee. A couple of responsibilities for this committee are going to be allocating our diversity programming fund, which is $130,000-ish. So if you're someone who is interested in allocations or maybe interested in the allocations committee, this is something that could be a potential really good second option for you as well. A lot of interaction with student organization leadership. We're also going to be doing quite a bit of outreach to the student body, particularly different student groups within multicultural student organizations and other underrepresented areas in SGA. And then we'll be working on several campus-wide initiatives to further that equity, accessibility, and inclusion. I foresee this being a lot of work on some of the menstrual product equity programs that we've been starting here on campus, things like gender-neutral bathrooms, non-bias training, things like that. So yeah, that's kind of the overview of what we'll be doing this year.
Are there questions? Senator Pardillo.
Yeah, so on DEIB, essentially you have different appointments. Have you thought about expanding certain appointments, especially in the DMSA? If you have 2 appointees, have you ever thought about expanding that to maybe a little bit more, just to accommodate the influx of people that want to be a part of SGA, maybe no strings attached?
Well, we have 2 specific appointees from DMSA, 2 from international students, and then 1 from the LGBT Resource Center. There is a certain point where there are so many people on a committee that it becomes really difficult to work as that big of a group. So I'm not sure particularly what any changes like that would look like, but we'll definitely take into consideration interest if it comes up.
Are there any further questions? Chair Blood.
Okay, so the Senate Operations Committee, we've got some pretty well-defined things that we can do. So if you go to the next slide, in our bylaws, as you know, ops, I kind of have to say this, right down at the bottom, bylaws, Article 4, Section 11-H.3. Basically, we oversee the KSU SGA elections, and then we start the process of confirming everything and make any changes to the elections code as necessary. We enable the appointments by SGA officers, so as tonight, the Attorney General has appointments. Next week, we're going to have some cabinet appointments. Those bills typically start within the Senate Operations Committee. We fill vacancies within Senate, so you'll see next week as well. People have resigned to take on positions elsewhere or have just decided not to continue in Senate, and so we have a process outlined for how to fill those vacancies. The big thing that we do is edit legislation, specifically for grammar, spelling, and intent. So just to make sure that everything, when you see it here in Senate, comes standardized, so you're familiar with everything that happens. And then we do also have the power to author articles of impeachment. So there's only 2 people, or 2 groups that can do that. One is the Senate Operations Committee, and the other is the Speaker. So if you want to join Senate Ops, or if you have these qualities, you should join Senate Ops. So 1, if you're super detail oriented, especially around grammar and spelling. 2, if you really like rules and following rules. 3, my personal favorite, to be honest, is if you'd like to be more than proficient in Microsoft Word, not just proficient on your resume, but way more than proficient. I remember Evan taught me so many things I didn't even know existed in Word, and then I taught him a couple too when we were on the committee together. By the way, that year we did win Committee of the Year, so you have that opportunity in the Senate Operations Committee. If you want a sneak peek into Senate, before it happens, right, you'll get to view all the legislation, a couple hours before the agenda's sent out. If you're planning on impeaching someone this year, I don't really want to know about it, but if that's coming up, you might want to be closer to the impeachment powers in Senate. And then as well, we're the only committee that does not take at-large members because we focus just on the Senate operations. So if you just want to be serving with senators and a parliamentarian, then this is the committee for you.
Are there any questions? Seeing none, you're good to take your seat. Chair Susanek.
Hello, here we have the Tuition Enhancements Committee. We will be meeting at 7:30 on Monday nights in the CSI. And a little quote that I pulled out of our bylaws that I think summarizes this committee is programs that add significant enhancements to students' experiences, because that is what this committee does. All of the work that we do is just to provide positive benefits and make this campus a better place for students. Do I have the clicker? How do I click to the next slide? Oh, you do. Thank you. So in this committee, we allocate 2 different funds. We do one in the fall and one in the spring, which all totals out to be about $1 million that this committee works with. In the fall, we will be doing EOF, Educational Opportunity Fund. We use this money to fund scholarships, need-based grants for people that have special expenses or are from historically underrepresented communities. And we can also fund student salaries if they are working in a community service group or have a campus job that qualifies. Then in the spring, we'll be working on SCTE funds, which is student-centered tuition enhancements. This is a fund that gives us seed money that we can use towards new organizations and initiatives on campus. I find this to be really interesting because we can fund brand new ideas and give them a chance to survive and thrive on this campus and solve problems that maybe haven't existed before or find new creative solutions. But we can only fund these things for up to 4 years before they have to find their own funding to stand on their own. So I think that this is a really good committee to join if you want to be on a funding committee, but you don't want to have to deal with disappointing people and doing cuts every week, because we don't do cuts. We just make everyone happy all the time, and it's great. So come join us. It'll be a whole lot of fun, and we're going to have a great year. Thank you.
Oh, she's not standing for questions. I will stand. Does anyone have any questions? You may take your seat. Chair Cuesta.
Thank you for that, Sam. Okay. Good evening, everyone. I'm Carson, the new chair of the Student Allocations Committee, and I just want to give you a brief overview of what we do. So, we are a funding committee, and like I've said when I've spoken in front of you before, the best for last, because that is exactly what this committee does and is, because we allocate and have the most direct impact on students and student organizations. So we allocate from 3 pots of money. The first is like the Student Activity Fund, which gives money to campus organizations for needs such as travel or to host on-campus events. The second is we allocate student dollars to sports funds, which can be used for equipment-based needs or travel as well, and things like going to nationals and things. And then we also allocate money towards academic competition teams, and this is things like Scholars Bowl and things of that nature. So next slide. So what does a normal meeting look like? So our meeting time is 7 p.m. every Sunday, excluding holidays, and notably Super Bowl Sunday. I plan on not having, like my predecessor, SAC meetings on Super Bowl Sunday. So we hear presentations from campus organizations. Usually we hear 5 presentations per group. So that's something unique we do. We split into 2 groups, so that way we can allocate to a lot of organizations at one time. And then we do voting, and I also will popcorn people to write legislation, which is just a 1-page sheet allocating dollars to those organizations, and we'll popcorn that every week. And then we vote on whether or not we want to pass those allocations out favorably. And we usually adjourn at 8:30, so it's not a very long commitment. It's not a very big time commitment, and I would encourage you to do it because, you know, we are all here to help students, and this committee has the most direct way of doing that. So thank you.
Are there any questions? Senator Prandillo.
Yeah. Do you happen to know off the top of your head, like each, if you go back to the last slide, like how much each fund has that you're able to allocate?
So in total, we have about $200,000, but I will defer my speaking rights to Chair Long on that to answer that.
I have my own rights. I don't need yours. Campus orgs is down to about $39,000 this year after advances that cuts last term. Sports clubs is $65,470, and ACT is $90,000.
Around 200,000.
Are there any further questions? Seeing none, you may take your seat. Okay, we're now going to move into directors' reports. Are there any directors that would like to give a report tonight? Awesome, seeing none, we are going to move into college caucus time. So for those of you who have never had college caucus time before, Speaker Pro Tem Kappelman will explain what we're going to be doing.
Yeah. So what college caucus time is, if you're not familiar, is a time for you to be able to meet with all of the people that are in your major college. And I will be sending some instructions for what you guys are going to be doing in the Student Senate group chat. And if you were not here last week to be able to join that, make sure you talk to someone in your caucus to be able to join that, because I'll have everything that you guys will be going over in your meetings in that group chat. But what you will be doing tonight is taking the chance to get to know each other, and the big thing will be is you'll be electing your caucus leader. So how that will work is somebody will make a nomination, and you will all be able to vote on who you think your college caucus leader for this term should be. So for those returning members, if you guys know where your college meets, please help those that are new to Senate. Please help show them to where they should go. And we will reconvene in 15 minutes, correct? Yes, 15 minutes. So that will be, give me all right, we will reconvene at 8:22.
Hey, are there more than just 2 HHS? Okay, cool. I know there are more.
Are you counted as one of our HHS senators right now?
I haven't been
Or still I don't know if that plan was ever fulfilled. What? I saw your number one pick on the before.
I got 2 diamonds. I got a gold apple, 2 champs. I got a 463 champs. Rodeo.
You ranked it as your top choice.
Oh shit, did I walked in. I priced it like team pressure. It was like join. It's like no price. I don't want to. It's so hard to charge track. Like whenever I'm using my, it's not using her like this, right? And half the time I like stop moving and like turn like a bot and keep walking. Unless your track is like extraordinarily good.
My preferences for your form, I did the opposite way first. Oh, I can do it again.
John, I just told you you can do it again.
I thought you were part of it.
Are you wait?
Oh my goodness. I accidentally put. Thank you. I got it.
I thrifted it. I'm pretty sure. I got it for free.
Yes.
I wanted to be on Alexa.
Jacob?
I want to be on Jake's.
That's why second choice. Yeah, second choice was the tech necessity.
I've never done anything spontaneous in my entire life.
Yeah, no.
I'm so valuable about the things I do.
Or I can get one of you.
Well, what I'm gonna do, what I would say to you guys is that put you with somebody in the community that's awesome. Because then you'll have a whole lot. Because you can finish it up. Like it isn't like
It's not a line.
yeah, it's not oversight.
But you can get sponsored.
Meeting with the replacement on Monday. Blowing me off.
What's his name? What's his name again?
Is that one dude that's probably like Mr. Plastic or something?
Yeah, imagine doing this. Major. And no guidance whatsoever. No one knows what to tell you. Yeah. And then I tell someone like what I'm doing, and they're like, "Oh, are you gonna find a job with that?" Well, maybe not, based on your reaction. No, we're still on the icebreaker. Thank you. They don't have enough teachers. Yeah. Well, that leaves one. Yay! I don't like that.
If I did it, I would have to.
I mean, like, you can be, but they highly recommend that you are not because you're literally working a full-time job.
You are not, especially if you're not allowed to have a different job.
I was just surprised.
It's a little more like organization, you're like, please don't.
Yeah.
I gotta help you out a little bit.
I had to really look at
That is a dilemma for us. Well, she's not going to be an ed senator anymore, but he's leaving a semester, which leaves me to be caucus leader, which I really didn't want. Not that it's
I have no idea what it is. She's from the streets, bro.
I'm not confident that I'm going to get a new senator, so perhaps it will just be, well, because we're going to switch to the College of Ed. Yeah.
I could do it if we would get a new application saying they're fighting.
Well, you and I can work up to be co-caucus leaders. I'll put my name down because I know that I'll be the here to hear them.
Hey, John.
I remember when I was in years,
Yeah, I'll be honest.
When are you getting started?
Oh, okay. I'm the only one doing something productive. I was like, finishing the rice.
This is wonderful. And then we got to the old part, I was like, oh, this is scary.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is scary.
So did you talk to her tonight?
Do you want those text messages?
My last 4 posts say more.
I have absolutely.
Like, and the 2 before that are, 3 before that are all fake.
Yeah, scary. I mean, I'm
not wrong. And so. That was my next, because I've never been one for like hours.
Because the garden.
I don't just so, okay, it's actually like,
And so then when I like went to the Cape State website, and I was like, if you
I written this
word this email,
and then
emailed
like
it,
picked
like,
out parts of it.
because like it was like make sure you sign up with the email, which is what I did, and then it was like it should just automatically. And then I was just like just shut off the system, and I was out on Patty, and I was like, this isn't my cup of tea. I'm going back to default. And so I went to go use it, and I still ended up paying for it. But I was like,
I did apply for the short they did not cover it.
I'm really trying. Well, I think it's just because like.
Oh, wait, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Marcus, Sarah. Yeah, and Mike.
Oh my god. I love that.
I've had them be my references, like I've had some of them be reference for me before. He's really open to candy.
Awesome.
There's like a rock in the middle. You only talk
Okay. Are you I didn't remember.
Yeah, I have plans on it.
No, that's no stuff when he's done marketing is the way you're like his videos are like not very clear.
Yeah.
He looks like a clever guy, but
Do you do this? Like, do you do live streams?
Making progress, Bryce.
See, I do it online.
He's moving up in the world.
I do it online, but like they made us go like the things required.
And it's great. And it's just like,
we have some.
Making progress, Bryce.
yeah, I just needed.
I look like this guy.
Yeah. I'm gonna make myself look at the I was looking at your wrist when you like play too much. Yeah. I'm just fucking holding down. I know, it sucks.
What did I have?
Let's give us ourselves a little hospital right now, and then from there I'll build us an actual house. Oh, I finally found coal. Yes, let's go. Huge. Making cheese.
Yes. Well, I had to break. I like Kelly, but I also just like Kelly. Like, we just get along. I just quite literally the only option.
Coach Coach is good coffee. Let's go.
I have a doctor. She does not teach your industry, but
Hey guys, we're gonna get this meeting going again. Please make sure that you let Speaker Pro Tem Kappelman know who you selected as your caucus leader. And I hope you all got the chance to meet each other. We are going to move into final action. Up tonight we have Bill 232401. Senator Kamen.
Move to consider Bill 232401. Second.
It has been moved and seconded.
Point of information.
Yeah.
Are we going to announce the results of the caucus leader elections?
I don't have them all yet, but I can announce the ones that I do. So Peyton Lynn is the Education Caucus leader. RJ is the Health and Human Sciences Caucus leader. Evan is the Arts and Sciences Caucus leader. Allie is the Business Administration. And Bryce is Agriculture. And Marcus just texted he is the Graduate College. If anybody has more. That should be all for now.
Senator Kamen.
Pertaining to the motion when they're speaking, I motion to allow this author to summarize. Second. Objection?
No, it is not in introduction, so that is, it is in final action. So the author has first rights to debate.
I'm not the author. Kathleen is the author.
Do you want it? No. You just have first rights to debate. It was read last week in introduction.
That's great. This is the bill. It's been reviewed. This has to be enacted on August 1st, 2023, it will be enacted. That's it, folks. Do we have any discussion on that?
Question of privilege.
You can, yeah.
What happens if we don't?
If you don't do it, then I just keep coming back here and I will be angrier and angrier, and it'll be fun for all of us. But if you don't do it, so like it says, President Linton, Dr. Lane, the deans of student life, everybody, general counsel, everybody's been involved with this, so this will happen regardless of whether or not SGA just wants to, mess around with it.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
A point of information on that. This is the bill that is making everything consistent with the org policy that administration is putting into place on August 1st. This is just a bill to make us consistent.
Thanks, Kate.
Seeing as that was a speech in the positive, is there any debate in the negative? Seeing as there is no debate, you may take a seat. Seeing as are there any further speeches in the positive? Any further speeches at all? Seeing none, Speaker Pro Tempore Kappelman will take it away with a roll call vote. You can vote yes, no, abstain, or pass.
All right. Abadir.
No.
Atchison.
Yes.
Ayers. Bellamy.
Yes.
Biggs.
Yes.
Blood.
No.
Broughton.
Yes.
Bruckner.
Yes.
Koch.
Yes.
Cole.
Yes.
Compton.
Yes.
Cuesta.
Pass.
Dennis.
Yes.
Dunce.
Yes.
Fogel. Glasscock.
Yes.
Griffith.
Abstain.
Hartzell.
Yes.
Heatherman. Hoffmans.
Yeah.
Jacobson.
Yes.
Kamen.
Yes.
Kidd.
Yeah.
Kermer.
Yes.
Nisley. Kinsey. Long.
Yes.
Lynn.
Yes.
Melcher. Nichols. O'Malley.
Yes.
By proxy.
My bad.
You're good. Oury.
Yeah.
Pelton.
Yes.
Peterson.
Yes.
Pondillo.
Yes.
Porter.
Yes.
Rios. Rivard. Rodriguez Melendez.
Yes.
Rogers.
Yeah.
Syed Nick.
Yes.
Syed Carly.
Yes.
Salmon.
Yes.
Spindler.
Yes.
Strunk.
Yes.
Sushanik.
Yes.
Volgamore. Williams. Wingert. And Wolf.
Yes.
Going back to passes. Cuesta.
Yes.
All right. That vote will pass 36 to 2 to 1.
Awesome. That exhausts our final action for the night. We will move into second open period. Are there any second open period speakers for the night? Chair Long.
I know we would like to go, but begrudge my old man hat for 1 minute. Votes are very important. We are endowed with a lot of power with them to enact change and affect lives. Let's please take them seriously when we're using them and not laugh them off and use them as a joke, because someday that's going to bite us in the back. I don't want to be around for that. So let's take voting seriously, please.
Senator Pandillo.
Yeah, I did just email it to you.
Will you go over my comments?
So I just wanted to give a speech. Tomorrow is the Student Diversity Summit for Arts and Sciences. I am the diversity chair for Arts and Sciences Ambassadors. The time is 3 to 5 in Saley Leadership Town Hall. I will be the MC. It'll be really interesting. We have people talking about like mental health, how their diversity fits in the K-State, accessibility, and a lot more. So some people that you may know, Ibrahim Chifchi is going to be speaking. Taylor Witt from Cabinet is going to be speaking. Just to name a few that you know, faces to names, names to faces. So yeah, I would love if you guys would come out and support. Thank you. No questions. Unless you have one.
No.
Okay.
I have the snaps for you.
Are there any further Senator Dennis?
I also second Kate, so. Yes. I don't have it. I just sent it. So there it is. It's the scroll down. Yes, that. So I'm going to keep reminding you guys of this, our barrier-free theater show for my internship that I do with adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities. We officially have our poster. Like I said, it's scenes from a high school in space, All Stars High School. They would love to see you. They'd be very happy to see you. On Saturday, I know we're going to have a question and answer period with them. So if you would like to ask them any questions about doing a show with us, you can ask them and they would be more than happy to answer. And like I said, they would just be very, very happy if any of you came. Thank you all so much. Have a great night.
Chair Lynn.
Just a couple of things I wanted to let you all know about. There was a young woman in my sorority, Alpha Chi Omega, that passed away a few weeks ago. We're doing a fundraiser for her family to cover like some of the funeral expenses and other things that they've had to take on in that time. So there's going to be a bake sale in her honor on April 17th from 6 to 9 at the Alpha Chi Omega house, selling cookies and baked goods and stuff. So if anyone would be willing to show up to that, I know would definitely mean a lot to her family. Another thing is one of my friends works with Big Brothers and Big Sisters here in Manhattan, and one of the families that they interact with is one with 5 kids in a single parent household. One of the children was just diagnosed with a brain tumor, and they have to drive back and forth from Kansas City to Manhattan to do some of the treatments. Right now they're having a really hard time financially, so there was a group of people collecting some clothing, food, and toiletries for the 5 kids. So if anyone has any like old clothes or anything that fit the sizing for like children, or food, non-perishables, or toiletries that they would want to donate, I know that that would help that family out a lot as well.
Thank you. I have a second open period opportunity to share. So the Office of Recruitment is looking for welcome ambassadors. This is for August 16th to August 20th, just to help out with the new student orientation. It's a great chance to connect with incoming freshmen as they transition to college. It's a great way to represent SGA and any other organizations that you're involved with. You can apply through their website or message me if you need any more information. You need a 2.5 GPA. You have to be enrolled in the fall as an undergraduate, and it's $11 an hour. So let me know if you guys are interested. Are there any further second open period speakers? Awesome. Seeing none, we will move into second roll call.
Abadir.
Here.
Atchison.
Here.
Ayers. Bellamy.
Here.
Biggs.
Yeah.
Blood.
Here.
Broughton.
Here.
Bruckner.
Here.
Koch.
Here.
Cole.
Here.
Compton.
Here.
Cuesta.
Here.
Dennis.
Here.
Duntz.
Here.
Fogel. Glasscock.
Here.
Griffith.
Here.
Hartzell.
Here.
Heatherman. Hoffmans.
Here.
Jacobson.
Here.
Kamen.
Here.
Kidd.
Here.
Kermer.
Here.
Knisley. Kinsey. Long.
Here.
Lynn.
Here.
Melcher. Nichols. O'Malley. Oury. Pelton.
Here.
Peterson.
Here.
Pondillo.
Here.
Porter.
Here.
Rios. Rivard. Rodriguez Melendez.
Here.
Rogers.
Here.
Syat Carly.
Here.
Syat Nick.
Here.
Spindler.
Here.
Strunk.
Here.
Sushanik.
Here.
Williams. Volgamore.
Here.
Winger. And Wolf.
Here.
Thank you,
Now,
guys.
Speaker Pro Tem Kappelman will do the Senate shoutouts.
And sorry, one caucus leader I missed was Tommy Compton for engineering, so congrats to him. So, first, shout out to Carson and Sydney. Shout out to me, Brady Kaplan, for an excellent job as pro tem today. Shout out to Brady for looking really cute up in the front. Shout out to Tommy Compton for an incredibly contested re-election campaign. And that's all we got for tonight. Thanks, guys.
Okay, I am seeking a motion. Senator Dennis.
I motion to adjourn until next week.
Same time as this.
Same time, same place.
Like
Same
second.
Okay, see y'all next week.
But they're happy hours. They're not. So we would probably like